Our debut in our new conference last week was a huge success. Despite being brand new to the ACC, we showed Florida State and the college football world that we are the class of the conference already. 42-14 winners as Marshall puts together almost 3 full quarters of shutout football on the road in a top 10 matchup. Now, Michigan State comes to town and 10 recruits are scheduled to visit. It's going to be a big episode. I'm Kimbroplays. Let's go. The Thundering Herd move up 2 spots to number 6, but it feels like the defending champs are getting snubbed a little bit. Still a lot of ball to play, but I'm getting a little annoyed 5 weeks in. Nevertheless, the ACC has 3 teams in the top 6. That's wild. As we quickly preview games around the country, the number 1 ranked Florida Gators, they're taking on the number 13 Kentucky Wildcats. I will say, after sending like half of their roster to the NFL draft last year, a B+ rating makes them seem like they are very beatable this year. Nebraska and Illinois have a ranked battle this week, and it's just weird to see these teams ranked again and relevant. But as we saw last year with Nebraska winning the Big Ten title game, the conference might be more wide open than we think. Last game and the only top 10 matchup this week on the slate, it's number 9 Northern Illinois headed to South Bend to take on number 7 Notre Dame. The Huskies feel like a budget brand Marshall as they've become a dangerous small team for multiple seasons in a row in our series. I did not expect the Atlantic Division to look like this. NC State leads with Marshall hot on their trail, but we have that key tie-breaking win against Florida State in our back pocket. So I feel pretty good about where we are in the conference race. James Fuqua leads the Heisman list. He's putting together an incredible senior season and likely has the 2 most impressive wins, boosting his campaign with voters. Let's go. Time to talk about today's game. Michigan State comes to town. They're 1-2 on the season, already 0-2 in the Big Ten, but they actually don't seem to be that bad of a team. B- overall, B+ on offense, C+ on D. They're 20th in total offense so far on the year, which is strong, but they are really struggling on defense, giving up 500 yards per game. But the most important part of this week, we've decided to make this our big visitor game of the season. 10 prospects in total are coming to Huntington, and some of the biggest targets on our board are making the trip. Number 1 running back in the country, Leon Wright, is coming. 5'10", 188, a 5-star out of Pennsylvania. We trail Ohio State by 700 points. So if this visit goes well, we could really make this race interesting. Aaron Sowell is the number 1 middle linebacker in the country, and as we've talked about constantly, linebacker is always a huge need for us. So we desperately need a guy like Sowell. 5-star athlete Chris White would be a great addition. He can play both offense and defense if we need him. 2 4-star tackles in Joseph and Wade. They would continue our great run of offensive line recruiting. Will Taylor and Andre Sanders are 4-star defensive tackles who could really bolster that room. We know Rasheed Price is moving on to the NFL after this year. John Brown and Jason Nobles would be the next iteration of Kevin Love and Mario Sanders when we brought in 2 stud corners in the same class. And finally, Daniel Dodd, the highest ranked player on our board, 81 overall. He would be a great fit with 4-star defensive end Jarrell Alston. They would be a ridiculous pairing. This could be an incredible class, and today is a massive step in bringing it all together. We need a big statistical day to impress these guys. 100 rushing yards by our backs, 2 sacks with our linebackers. That would be great. Always good to see our 3 best players on a hot streak, and welcome to the party, John Bass, after 2 touchdown scores last week. And for Sparty, we gotta watch out for Faye's pass catchers, Coleman and Allen. Both of them can really play some ball. Welcome back to the Joan. Michigan State is in town today, playing ball since 1896. They've claimed 6 national championships, but all of them were between 1951 and 1966. A long history with mixed, inconsistent results, but they've had some dudes from time to time. Notable football alums like Andre Rison, Le'Veon Bell, Plaxico Burress, baseball legend Kirk Gibson, which I didn't know, and of course, Mr. You Like That himself, Kirk Cousins.
You like that? You like that?
Sparty won the toss and deferred to the second half. So that means Casey Smith is set to return this thing 2 yards deep in his end zone, working up the left side, running into his blocker, and he's actually going to go down around the 16-yard line. And it's James Fuqua time, coming off 311 yards and 5 scores last week in a massive performance. He is on first down, getting outside of the pocket, cutting it back inside. 6-yard rush, flipping the play. Fuqua on 2nd and 4, giving left to Smith, who's getting the start for the first time today, fighting hard. Good little run here on 3rd and inches is going to convert. 8 yards for Casey Smith. We definitely are trying to decide who's going to be the long-term starter at running back. So in this matchup against Michigan State, we want to see how Smith does. As Fuqua looks left to John Bass. 17-yard reception. This comeback route along the boundary. Really strong throw by Fuqua. Somehow he sneaks it in right past the defender's hand. Now sprint right, 1st and 10, getting outside the pocket, giving it down to Chancellor Bright. Easy little 6-yard pickup. We're going to move Armstrong across the formation. Fuqua giving left to Casey Smith, who cuts it back, bumps into a few people. Flag is down. And this one's coming back on us. Thomas Webb with the hold. Leaves us with a 2nd and 12. 7-step drop. Fuqua deep over the middle. He's got Armstrong inside the 15-yard line. That's a 32-yard gain. This is just a post route from the tight end running up the seam. He's too dangerous up the middle of the field. They got to watch him. 5-step drop plus. Fuqua getting outside. He's going to flip it away before he gets brought down. Now a 2nd and 10 from the 15. Dumping it out left to Casey Smith, juking to the boundary. Now fighting through tacklers. He's got 11 yards. He's inside the 5. Nice job by Casey Smith out of the backfield. See if we can punch this one in on the ground. He gets stuffed right at the 1-yard line. Really big hit. Nice play by Sparty. 2nd and goal. It's an empty set. Now bringing Bass across in motion. Jet sweep. We give it to him. John Bass from 1 yard out. He's going to get his first rushing touchdown that I can remember in a very long time as John Bass opens up the scoring and he's in. Marshall takes the 7-0 lead and we get our first studio update. Oh boy, North Carolina sneaks away. Chapel Hill was sweating bullets. Drake May, 3 touchdowns, 291 yards passing, and they win over North Texas 36-31. And Syracuse gets a nice win. They're now 3-1, 24-17 over Virginia. So there's our first studio update of the day so far. Marshall's D coming out. Faye dumping this one left to Cameron Allen, his tight end, but he steps out of bounds, 4-yard loss. Now Faye keeps it, and he's going to run it, and he's a big boy, breaking through tackles. 17 yards by Hamp Faye. My goodness. Funny story, I looked this guy up, Hamp Faye. He recently just transferred out of Michigan State to Oklahoma, but he's a converted tight end. So this guy is a monster. Hayward fumbled on 1st down, short pickup out of the Wildcat on 2nd. Now it's a 3rd and 13 as Faye looks over the middle and delivers a strike to Cooper, who also fights off tackles, and he's a big body. Ronnie Cooper, 17 yards. So you got a converted tight end throwing the ball back there.
Nope.
Hayward's basically a fullback, and Ronnie Cooper's like 6'3", 225. So they got some big dudes, but so do we as they go backwards on 1st down. And then a 2-yard rush. Nice tackle by our boy Kerryon Martin, but it's a 3rd and 9 as Faye off his back foot across his body, looking up the sideline left, and this was just a bad decision as our boy Eric Love gets an INT. Faye was feeling the pressure in the pocket, and he just goes off his back foot, momentum going the wrong way. The CPU doesn't really make this particular interception very often. This is just a bad look as 5 is late to the sideline, and he finds the other 5 in the wrong jersey. And that sets Marshall up nicely as we're already out across the 40. Fuqua takes a big hit as they sent the blitz from the linebacker. Incomplete, lucky that it didn't result in a fumble. 2nd and 10, give left to Casey Smith, finds a little crease, falling forward for 6. Gonna leave us with a 3rd and 4. Pressure look coming. Fuqua stands in there, dumps it down to Tommy Chambers. He's got the 1st down on a 9-yard gain. Now more pressure coming. Zone read keeper. Fuqua looking for room, does not find it. Nice tackle in open field by number 48. 2nd down, Fuqua looking on the drag route. He's got Chambers again, very similar to the play we ran a few plays ago. 7 yards, going to leave us with a 3rd and 2. Pressure coming by Michigan State again as they're sending a lot of heat. Brennan Armstrong on the quick hook. We link it up for the quick 1st down. 1st and 10, deep drop. Fuqua looking left, finds Bass as he gets wrestled down to the ground. It's a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 from the 25. Play action, and Fuqua gets hit. As we just called it, they just blitzed the heck out of us this whole drive, and this one gets home. This is a sack fumble, as we'll watch this one again as we run the play action. It's Battle who comes in and hits Fuqua from the blind side, and he just loses it. Smith is able to recover. Yeah, this is tough. They just send one more than we can block as Casey Smith is running his route, and it results in the turnover. Faye moving a receiver across the formation. 1st and 10, throwing over the middle. It's broken up. Nice play by Folk. He was looking for Cooper on that one. 2nd and 10, Faye Looking across the middle, Brad Whitlock is going to dive and make a nice catch, picking up the first down. Fay, under pressure, feeling the heat this time, going to just lob this one over everybody. Incomplete, leaving them with a 2nd and 10. Shotgun, throwing again, 6 people in protection. Now throwing deep up the middle. Cooper has it, fights off 2 tacklers. Can we get him? Fights off a 3rd, and he's in. What in the world just happened there? Hamp Fay, looking like he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, lobs a jump ball to his biggest wide receiver, Ronnie Cooper. Kenneth Daniels at 5'9" can't hang. Then Malcolm Folk misses a tackle, and then so does Sanders, and he's into the end zone. My goodness. He gets past Ryan Young, the middle linebacker. Technically, we have this covered, but Daniels just can't out-jump this big wide receiver, and then no one is strong enough to bring him down inside the 10. And that's a Michigan State touchdown as they quick strike us back. Holy. 7-7 is our ball game. I did not see that coming. Cooper, so dangerous, but there's a nice response by Fuqua as he keeps it on the zone read for 21, gets us out to midfield already. Now looking left, Casey Smith has a little room on the stretch play, gets a nice little 7-yard gain, sets us up with a 2nd and 3 as we go play action. Fuqua, outright, gonna dump it down to Armstrong. Collect his momentum, try to hurdle a guy. He gets upended, but he's got 10 yards and a first down. 3 catches, 48 yards already for our boy Brennan Armstrong, as this run up the middle goes to Casey Smith for 5. Fuqua switching sides of the play, giving to Smith again, but he's met in the hole, doesn't fall forward. 3rd and 5. Fuqua quickly looking left. John Bass fighting for yards, spinning out of a tackle, has 7. Nice individual effort by Bass. 1st and 10. Fuqua getting outside of the pocket on the edge. He's going to look for John Bass. This one slightly wide of the target, incomplete. Now, play action. Casey Smith was the halfback in the backfield. Fuqua is going to scramble out left and has 10. He's just short, though. Going to leave us with a 3rd and inches, but we go right up the middle with Smith, fighting off a tackle. He's down inside the 5. They call it the 4. 1st and goal. Play action. Fuqua getting outside the pocket, but this one's well covered. Has nowhere to go, just dumps this one away. Michigan State's played some good D down here. 2nd and goal. Only 2 down linemen. They're going to give it to Casey Smith, and somehow he gets drugged down. Doesn't get into the end zone. His goal line rushing is leaving a lot to be desired here. 3rd and goal from the 1.5. Williams, the 3rd tight end across the formation as we give to Smith, and he finds his way through. Casey Smith into the end zone, 1-yard touchdown, making his first career start at running back, just following it 3 tight ends and a fullback to the right, and he's got it into the end zone untouched. As Marshall, nice response, 14-7. Hopefully we can avoid the big play for Sparty, get a little breathing room. Fay has this one to start the drive at the 23 as he tucks to scramble, and Jermaine Johnson's going to drag him down. It's a sack. Now a 2nd and 11 as pressure's coming. Sanders in coverage, reaches up and swats this one away. Nicely done by Mario Sanders, and it's quickly 3rd and long as the Marshall fans in the Joan are getting loud. Fay pump faking right, now drifting left, now throwing back across his body right up the seam, and it's intercepted. This one was late. He was looking for Cooper. 2 interceptions already in the first half by the Marshall D. This one, nice play by Scott Ward in coverage, and he had help from Josh Hardiman as well. We don't fall for the pump fake. Fay lobs this one up to Ronnie Cooper, looking for magic again, underthrown, and Scott Ward's able to bring it down. We're in business. Very nicely done as we have the ball at our own 35. Fuqua, ooh, nice throw out of the backfield to Casey Smith, showing that reliability as a pass catcher in this offense. 1st and 10, pistol look. Fuqua, keeper is what I was looking for. 3-yard pickup, now going to Smith on 2nd and 7. He's got a 6-yard gain, but he's hurt. Casey Smith is down. That means Ethan Payne is into the game on this 3rd and 1. We're going to fake it to him. Fuqua's going to keep it, picks up a couple blocks, needed 1 more. He's got the 1st, but it's a 7-yard pickup. Fuqua switching the play up. 1st and 10. Has it in shotgun, dumps it down to Ethan Payne, who breaks off 1 tackle, but only is able to get a yard. Trips left as we go counter right to Payne. Nice little run play there. It's got 8 yards as it springs him a little bit. 3rd and 1. Now a 5-step drop and drifting. Fuqua looking to buy time. Getting on the edge. No one open, so he's just going to tuck it himself. He's got the 13-yard scramble and a 1st. Now 1st and 10, looking left as we're in the red zone again. Armstrong, short pickup. He's got 2 yards as we're inside of a minute here, and we're going to take our first time out of the half. 57 seconds and counting. Fuqua looking left. Chambers, he's into the end zone. Tommy Chambers, let's freaking go. Nice play here as Fuqua finds his first passing touchdown of the game. Chambers on this little weird whip route. This is an interesting one. We were originally looking right, no one's open, and we snap our head back to the left, and there's Chambers flashing on the slant, and he's gonna fight off 2 tackles, and he gets into the end zone. Beautifully done, Tommy Chambers. Marshall scores an important touchdown before the end of the first half, as they're going to look to tie this one up and get some more as Michigan State gets the first down and calls a timeout quickly. 49 seconds left to go in the half. Hamp Fay settling in. Not feeling any pressure is Young trying to get out there on Martin. Chris Martin has it. They take the timeout. 43 seconds left. It's a 2nd and 2. Hamp Fay over the middle. He finds Cameron Allen, his big tight end. 11 yards. They're going to go hurry up. 1st and 10. 30 seconds to go. Fay well protected, looking right. Sanders is there. Beautifully done by Mario Sanders. And Marshall gets his 3rd interception of the first half. Fay, this is a pretty good idea to throw this ball. It's just a little bit late. And Sanders undercuts it, and he's got the INT. Now 2 timeouts, 28 seconds left, and we throw a strike to William Matthews across the middle. And that's exactly what we were looking for, a big chunk play that hopefully doesn't take up all the time. 2 timeouts left in our pocket. We're going to flip it out to Payne, who gets upfield and out of bounds. 10 seconds left to go in the half. 2nd and 9 from the 30. Fuqua dumping it down left to Bass. Can he get out of bounds? He does. 12-yard reception. He's out with 6 seconds. What can we do here before the end of the half? Fuqua on shotgun, throwing it up the seam, back of the end zone. Tommy Chambers leaps and makes the catch. Are you kidding me? With 1 second left to go in the first half, Marshall marches it down in about 4 or 5 plays. Tommy Chambers, the contested catch, takes the contact. This is one of his better touchdown catches of his career. Right here, we see the false steps by the safety. We know Tommy Chambers has it in the back of the end zone. It's just a matter of can he hang on, and he does. And that was the final play of the half after the kickoff. 28-7. Marshall with a really, really positive second quarter, putting points on the board. That was a fun one and a great way to end the half. We doubled them up in passing yards, 200 to 115. We doubled them up in rushing yards. That was a heck of a first half, and Marshall needs to keep it rolling here in the third. As the Marshall D, with its 3 interceptions and a sack, get back into the action as we start the third quarter. Michigan State's going to have the ball first. Hamp Fay from his own 21, going counter to Hayward, getting a couple blocks on the edge, fighting forward. He's got 11. Really nice run to start it. Fay pitching, giving it to Hayward again. Good form tackle by our boy Josh Hardiman. That one got stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now Cameron Allen, the tight end, gets a running back snap as he's dragging people forward. He's got 9 yards and a first. Excuse me, they called him short. They go 3rd and 1 draw to Hayward, and it goes for 8. So nice play by them. Hayward, sweep left out of shotgun, going nowhere. -2 yards and a nice play by Jermaine Johnson, who's having a good day. Fay, the quarterback, keeping on the draw. Gosh dang it, the quarterback run. That one hurts, 16 yards, and he's a big dog, so we got to be cognizant of that play now. Fay, under pressure, somehow gets this over Watkins and Folk as Whitlock breaks a tackle. He's got 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Quarterback keeper, Fay on the edge. Can Watkins make the play? He doesn't. Hardiman, can he make the play? He doesn't. And then Fay slides down, doesn't even take the hit. That's infuriating. 1st and goal inside the 10. Fay, there's that designed quarterback run draw. He kind of falls on top of people forward. They're going to give him a good spot. They call him down at the 6. Now Fay given to Hayward, met by Martin. Nice job. Good job to bring him down. 3rd and goal. Cameron Allen up the middle, and he's going to get in. Tight end Cameron Allen just a little too big down in the goal line for one guy to bring down. Josh Hardiman tried to keep him out of it, but he just couldn't. Second studio update. Start of the 4th quarter. Kentucky up 28-21 on Florida. Very, very interesting. Both teams 3-0. This is a good one in the SEC. Last 5 drives, touchdown, the fumble loss, and another touchdown. Marshall's been rolling on offense. 28-14, they have the lead as Fuqua keeps on 1st down. Falling forward, taking a couple hits, but he's got 16. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Payne with a nice run here as he finds a little room. Ethan Payne saying, wait a minute, don't forget about me in this battle. He's got 2 carries for 22 yards early as Fuqua under pressure instantly on this play action play, and this one almost went for a sack. Luckily, it was incomplete as we go Payne bumps into his own blocker. He's got a 3-yard gain, leaving us with a 3rd and 7. What can we find? Fuqua drifting. They only send 3. Spinning kind of awkwardly. He gets it to Tommy Chambers, who settled up nicely in the zone. He's got 12 yards. Now Fuqua under pressure as the protection breaks down. Luckily, he's able to get out on the edge. Let's see what he can do, keeping it. Back juking and sneaking out of bounds. That was really nice there. Unfortunately, the pass pro broke down, but he's James Fuqua. He's able to make a play out of nothing, especially on the edge, and protects himself. We love to see that. First and goal from about the 9. Fuqua trying to stay in the pocket. Protection breaking down. We just got to flip it out of bounds. Now a second and goal play. Fuqua, well protected, throwing it back to the right side, and Brennan Armstrong is there. 7-yard touchdown reception for the tight end. 20 of 26, 222 yards and 2 scores. This route is so good as he fakes going to the flat, cuts it back inside. Brennan Armstrong just plays box out with the body. He's got the touchdown on the inside leverage. Marshall up 35-14, and there's a nice play by Ryan Young, sophomore linebacker on first down. That's a TFL of 4. Whitlock following Hayward across the formation as they go Wildcat. Luckily, he steps out of bounds. He would still be running if he wouldn't have taken his momentum out of bounds. Sets them up with a 3rd and 2. They should have had the first. Fay, let's see, looking for Cooper out of the backfield. That's a tough play. They find him in the flat as he's breaking tackles. He's got a eventful 7-yard reception. Now Allen, the tight end, going to be met. Nice play there by Jermaine Johnson, but he's still got 4 yards. Coleman motions into the backfield. Now Fay, really good job there by Corey Brown to break that thing up. Enjoying what I'm seeing from Corey Brown so far. 3rd and 6 as they find Allen. Oh man, Cameron Allen's been tough for us. 14 yards, he's got the first. Keeping the drive alive as Michigan State yet to go away. As they find Martin on the sweep, he gets the edge. Nice tackle by Folk. Chris Martin's able to get to 3 yards. Fay, speed option, and he gets exploded. Carry on Martin with a decleater. Sets them up with a 3rd and 11, and you hate when the CPU does this. They don't even try. They go draw play, acting like they're going to catch us off guard. It never works. They punt it to us, and Fuqua has it under pressure instantly as the pass pro has been really tough today. Not holding up our blocks, and I feel like I'm a little skittish, but I also feel like they're getting in. It's a little leakier than normal. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Fuqua sitting there, again, pressured quickly, throwing this one away. Back-to-back plays where he's not able to sit there and read the field. Now, 3rd and 10, pressure getting to him, but he throws a strike to Walker. What a great ball. This deep in route, Lou Walker coming right in front of the safety. Fuqua over the linebacker, short of the safety, puts it in the perfect spot, first down. 23 seconds left in a 3rd quarter that has flown by. It's Ethan Payne on the edge getting an 8-yard run. Now play action to Payne, 2nd and 2. Fuqua loading it up, looking up deep. Look at Cedric Britt, the backup tight end, the true freshman. This is a huge play as this ball's slightly underthrown, but it's the same play we ran on Florida State about 3 times. That one's still working. Very next play, Cedric Britt in the back of the end zone. Number 88 has his 3rd touchdown on the season. We love to see it. This ball's thrown with such good anticipation by Fuqua. Only Britt can catch it, and Britt can only get 1 foot in. Look at when we release this ball. Oh my goodness. Such a good throw. That's my favorite throw of the day right there. Marshall, big touchdown drive there. And another studio update. Florida gets it done. They come back in the 4th quarter. They get the 38-35 victory, and they keep the 4-0 season going. Carlos Del Rio Wilson's back at it at QB1. I think he's been there as long as Fuqua has been there as the starter. Crazy. Florida State up 7 as they try to bounce back after their loss to us last week. Wake Forest at 1-1, hanging in there. 20-13 is that score. Sparty coming back out. Hamp Fay, 142 yards passing, 3 interceptions. He's going to need to make some magic if we keep them in this as he finds Coleman over the middle on first down. That's a really nice play. 42-14 the scores. We get the 4th quarter going. Fay, shotgun. Now Tux is going to come up, fight off the tackle from Folk, get drugged down, 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3. Fay delivering a strike out to Whitlock in the zone coverage, 13 yards. He's got the first. 1st and 10. Fay trying to get the screen set up. He finds Hayward. Stratton can't bring him down. He makes him stumble. We finally do bring him down. 6-yard gain. It could have been a lot more than that. So they go draw play on 2nd down. Nice job. Really good work by Carryon Martin, his 2nd TFL on the day. 3rd and 6. Fay, they get it all blocked up, and he finds Coleman. Really good strike there on the left side. Hits the out route. 1st and 10. To the sideline right. Cooper gets hit by 2 defenders. He's got a 9-yard pickup, leaving them with a 2nd and inches. Now looking far left, Hayward's got the first down. Luckily, that's all he has, 4 yards. And they're set up inside the 5. 1st and goal. Inside to Robinson. Folk is there. Nice job. Drew Robinson stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal. Looking to go Hayward. No, Faye keeps it himself. Daniels misses badly. We tried to swap one to Daniels, but we ended up hitting the joystick at the same time. I really don't think he would have brought him down, but that just looked bad. Touchdown Michigan State, as they are going to go for the onside. 42-21, 6 minutes to go. Cam Fancher, the backup quarterback, for some reason is in on the hands team. He's able to scoop this one up. We've got it at the midfield stripe. We're going to try to run this clock out. Ethan Payne, 18-yard burst rush out of nowhere at a time where they know we're running it. Wow, really nice stuff there by Payne as Fuqua loading up to the end zone looking for Cedric Britt as we tried to throw a quick, easy, cheap one up the seam and see if we could catch him sleeping like we did Florida State. Now 2nd and 10. Counter right. Ethan Payne zigzagging through the defense. 16 yards. Payne looking charged up. Really good stuff by Ethan Payne. 1st and goal. Play action. Fuqua finding Lou Walker, who fights his way into the end zone. And that's a really solid drive, as feels like Sparty's had a lot of the momentum here in this second half, at least this portion of the second half. Lou Walker just coming across on the slant. Fuqua finds him, delivers a strike, and he fights his way into the end zone. 49-21, 4:51 left to go. As Marshall's looking to wrap this one up. Cameron Allen across the middle. They're continuing to move the ball. I feel like Faye's actually thrown for quite a few yards as he's off his back foot to Allen this time. Sanders can't make the tackle. He's got 6. 4 minutes to go. Really thought we had another chance at another interception on that one. Faye looking to scramble. Nope. He's going to get drugged down. Really good play there. I think that was Ryan Young. It sure was. And look at this rush by the middle linebacker. Hits the spin move on the guard, then has all that acceleration to get to the quarterback. Nice play by the sophomore linebacker. 3rd and 8, 3:47 and counting. Faye has protection, looking left, finds Scott Walker, 18 yards and a 1st down. Man, it's weird, hot and cold. Faye threw those 3 first-half interceptions, but he's been great in the second half, hitting everything. Tyler Kent, 5 yards. Now, speed option. Faye pitches it. Hayward hits it. He's going backwards. Folk and Hardiman combining on that one. 3rd and 5 now, as we're in man coverage. Walker out there. 10 yards on the left side as the out route beats man coverage and they convert. Now 1st and 10, play action by Faye. Looking left, felt the pressure, dumps it away. Press coverage by us on the outside. Faye, slant to Holly. It's broken up. Nice job. I think that was Eric Love in there on that one. And it's quickly to 3rd and 10. Faye looking for the fake bubble screen. Now throws randomly up the middle to Robinson as this goofy trick play works. 18 yards. They're inside the 10-yard line again. 1st and goal from the 6. Faye, Robinson. He's in. 6-yard touchdown, Drew Robinson. And Faye does a nice job working this drive. I swear, he's been really solid. Touchdown, Sparty. They're not going away. I'm really getting annoyed. And look at this studio update. Northern Illinois goes into South Bend. 38-21 and handles the top 10 team on the road. My goodness. Their quarterback only threw for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then they had another quarterback go 5 of 6 with 2 touchdowns. What in the world was going on? Onside kick number 2. This one bouncing up to Lou Walker. He holds on. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. 391 yards. Passing 5 touchdowns by James Fuqua. He's had another fantastic performance. Ethan Payne up the middle inside zone. Shaking and juking. He's got 8 as the clock is running. Now we're going to fake it to Payne. Fuqua's keeping. He takes kind of a shot. Wish he would have slid. He's got 13 and a 1st down. Michigan State not taking their timeout, so this one's likely a foregone conclusion as we get another carry for Payne on the left side. Look at him. Look at him fighting. Ethan Payne with his 4th rush of 10 yards or more. He's been fantastic today, and we're just going to keep running it, and Payne's into the end zone. 4-yard touchdown for Ethan Payne as Marshall piles it on a little bit. It'll be a 56-28 final, as that was the last meaningful play of the game. 404 yards of total offense for our boy. 5 touchdowns, the 1 turnover, the sack fumble, which wasn't really his fault, but Fuqua was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Marshall gets another big win. 56-28 is the final, but give a talented Michigan State offense credit for competing and keeping this game annoying for us, especially in the 4th. Over 300 yards through the air, 5 touchdowns, no picks. Fuqua put on a show today, and he is so much fun to play with right now, honestly. We put up 550 yards of total offense. We go a perfect 8 of 8 scoring touchdowns in the red zone. I don't think I've ever done that, and win the turnover battle 3-1, but it all wasn't perfect. Michigan State throws for 313, rushes for 140, 14. That's in part due to how many possessions they got while we were scoring all those points, but they gave it to us a little bit for stretches as well, I won't lie. We gave Casey Smith the start. He goes 12 rushes for 54 yards and a touchdown before exiting with that injury, but Ethan Payne comes out and rushes for 94 yards on just 9 carries and also scores. I think Payne may have taken the lead once again in this race based on today's performance. 6 Marshall receivers have over 30 yards receiving as we continue to spread the love around. Chambers leads us with 2 touchdowns, and the Marshall D gives up a ton of yards, but the boys forced turnovers, and that's a positive step. Ward, Love, and Sanders all get interceptions. Okay, let's move on to week 6. Let's look at how the big visit weekend went, and boom, we did work. 3 guys commit to the class, and every visit is at least a 650-point boost. John Brown, Antone Joseph, and Adam Wade are all joining the class, so we absolutely hit a home run this weekend. Let's take a closer look. It felt like we were off to a good start, but I didn't realize just how good. Marshall currently has the top class in college football. 5 4-stars, 1 3-star. Holy cow. Let's talk about these new guys. Byron Mann, the linebacker, Gavin Walker, the safety, and Jarrell Alston. We were already aware of them. They're in the class. It gives us a great start, but now we've got 3 new guys. We'll start with Antone Joseph, 6'4", 310 pounds. He's the number 10 tackle in this class from Kentucky, and he is a run blocking stud. 75 overall, but 85 run block right from the rip. 76 pass block, which is definitely playable. It's a great place to start on his skills. He chose us over Georgia and Texas. Adam Wade, the other tackle, he's number 6 in the class. That gives us 2 top 10 tackles. Unreal. Bringing the opposite skill set from Joseph. Wade is 6'3" and a whopping 342 pounds and is a pass blocking specialist. He's a 74 overall with 83 pass block. We'll need to develop his strength a little bit, but in the last class, remember we found Jim, 3-star Derek Marcus. He's our starting left tackle. He's been playing really well as a true freshman for us, so Wade might have the luxury to just sit and hang out and develop before we really need to rely on him heavily. Last commit from today, it's John Brown, the number 5 corner in this class. He's a 4-star from Pennsylvania, 5'9", 163, so he's a little smaller, but he makes up for it with an all-around balanced play style. +4, up to a 78 overall, 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 agility, so he's got all the athleticism you need. 85 play rec, 85 man, 83 zone. There are absolutely 0 holes in his game, and I expect him to contribute early once he gets on campus. I'm a really big fan of all 3 of these guys. Fuqua's been playing at such a high level, and us killing those recruiting visits made this a really fun episode, but there isn't very much time to celebrate as our toughest regular season game in the entire series ever happens next week. We go on the road to number 3 Miami. This ACC ain't no joke, y'all, I'm telling you. Until the next one, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. I'll catch you. Peace.